If you truly want to get to the root of this issue, you have to stay here and you can't click off. You have to hear me out throughout the entire video, no matter how bored or uncomfortable you may be, because this video is not about being entertaining. This video is not like the others in the genre, about making you feel a false sense of profundity, about making you feel like you've learned something without giving you time to actually digest it. So I want you to, if you truly want to get to the root of this issue and understand why you are so addicted to overconsumption and why you can't stop consuming all of this kinds of content and trying to change as a person and then keep failing and you're wondering why, you have to stay here and listen to the points I'm making, because they are very logically sound. And if you open your mind to them, you will understand why this type of content is not exactly good for you. And that's what the point of this video is. And so I'm going to start out by just slowing my speech down. And I'm going to ask you, how comfortable are you with the silence in between? Can you handle this? Do you feel bored right now? If you answered yes, good. That's normal. That's what you're supposed to feel. All of this content, all of this rapid stimulation, flashing of stimulus online, all of these videos and scrolling and AI content now especially, it's gotten you to falsely believe that that's the normal, that being bored is wrong. Are you able to handle 5 minutes without the phone, without feeling some tempt or urge to pick up the phone? I'd say if you looked in your personal life, you'd see a lot of people are unable to do that without immediately picking up their phone and checking or scrolling or doing something, because most people cannot handle the lack of stimulus anymore. Even though boredom, there is no issue with boredom. There's zero issue with boredom. Boredom has been the most misunderstood thing by this generation. Boredom is not about how it makes you feel initially. How you may feel a little bit. Boredom is a lot like disgust in a way, because you want to immediately avoid it. But the problem is, in boredom, you give your brain a chance to think and digest things that you have just watched, or that you have been thinking about, or that you need to think about, or projects that you need to do, or hobbies that you want to pick up. You actually start to think about them. Like genuinely think, not just a second glance at it while you're scrolling on TikTok and you see a person drawing and you think, oh yeah, I want to draw too. Right to the next one. That's not thinking. Being fed things by other people or by an algorithm is not free thinking. You need to step away from all the content online. You need to do a full detox. Step away from all of the content and think about what you want to do. In the boredom, through the boredom, no matter how uncomfortable it is. Because it's in that boredom where you learn what you actually want in life. You don't learn what you want by scrolling on social media. That's not going to tell you what you want to do in life. That's not going to tell you what you like about life, what hobbies you enjoy. That's not going to tell you anything about you personally. You need to learn that for yourself by thinking in the boredom, in the uncomfort, in the silence. Music is fine, but even that, we've taken so for granted. I'm talking about pure silence. I'm talking about the ability to sit with your own thoughts. And I know a lot of us struggle with that because we have issues with, ADHD and OCD. I understand that fully. I have struggles with obsessive thoughts as well. I have struggles with keeping my attention focused in one place. But at this point, it's become more than just a slight problem. This is a major issue. I'm looking across all of society and I am seeing a fundamental breakdown of what is making us human. And at the same time, I'm watching a rise on YouTube and other platforms of this content that is feeding you this fake sensation that you have learned something, that you are growing, right? All these titles, how to stop scrolling. After watching this video, you will completely change your mind about scrolling forever. But then it never does. It never goes anywhere, does it? There's a reason, because they're selling you a fake emotion. If this video makes you feel attacked, that's a good thing. You should feel attacked. That's what I'm intending to do. I'm trying to tell you, you should not be doing this. You should not be watching this over and over again. You should hear what people are saying and then get off and digest it for yourself. You should not be repetitively indulging in the same videos over and over again, the same topics, the same information, the same stimulation. Your brain is bombarded. It doesn't even know what to think about. And when it's bombarded and when it's stressed, what does it go to? Scrolling again. I can't force you to be convinced. I can only try to relay the facts to you and tell you this is your life and that this is very, very big. This is not a minor thing anymore. This is why people are so encumbered by work and school and why AI is taking over in all of those things. Because you're not able to feel bored anymore, because what you want when you feel boredom is immediate entertainment, immediate stimulus, immediate satisfaction. You can't handle boredom anymore, and it's showing. Part of why this content is so addicting to consume and why you often find yourselves repeatedly coming back to it and wondering why things haven't changed is because of the aspect of boredom, then seeking stimulus or attention, and then shame, and then seeking comfort, and then boredom again. And this is a cycle that is repeating in every one of us. When we're bored, and then we go to scroll, and then we feel bothered by the fact that we have spent so much time scrolling, and we go to seek a video to try and help us, something more productive. We seek that for comfort. I am telling you, if you're looking for comfort, it's the wrong thing to look for. Sure, it may be natural to do. Sure, everybody may be doing it. But as I said, this is a serious issue, and what you're losing is part of what makes you human. This is something you need to change. Everybody has a moral obligation to change this day by day, little by little, as much as they can handle. Everybody has a moral obligation to do that. Because we're talking about what makes us us. You don't want to lose your critical thinking, do you? You don't want to lose your ability to think. Do you want to be fed everything? All the information you could ever want? Fed to you through a machine? Is that what you desire for yourself? I get that the outside world may be uncomfortable. I understand because I've been there. I've been there. I've been struggling with this addiction to over consuming and binging all this content that's just meaningless. We think it has meaning, but it has none. The real meaning comes when you take something like that, some content, something that you found fun, and then you leave it be and you go sit by yourself, or you go out, or you sit in nature or silence, and you digest. What did I like about that? That's where you find meaning. Not in the consumption, but in the processing. There is nothing inherently evil about content, about entertainment, about a stimulus. There is nothing inherently evil about it. What is evil is the way these platforms and these videos have been designed by people to make us addicted. That is what is evil. Because entertainment and content can always bring joy and something meaningful to you if you have time to actually process it. If you have time to ask yourself, what did I like about that? Is that something I want to do? But if you're stuck in this loop where you just keep binging without the processing, you're stuck with all this information and none of it has been digested. You wouldn't fill your stomach with breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at the same time. So why are you doing that for your mind? There needs to be clear boundaries that you set with the machine, clear breaks that you have, time that you have established for you to process things that you are watching, things that you are consuming, so that you can figure out what you like about things, what you want to do. If you like watching documentaries, something I like, you need time to sit and process it after and figure out what I like about that documentary. Was it the way that they filmed it? Was it the way that they created suspense? Was it the lighting they used? Is film something I'm interested in? These are questions that I shouldn't have to tell you. You should be asking them yourself. Do you understand why this is a problem now? You don't think these things when you're on the phone. You only think them when you withdraw. You must withdraw. You must. It's the only way to actually have meaning. This is not about trying to force a belief on you or tell you what to do with your life. I'm trying to convince you of something that is very imperative. to us as a society. What has given us meaning for so long? Why have we created anything that we've created? What is the reason for the arts? Why do we have entertainment? All of it is to be observed and then processed so that we may find meaning in these things and understand our existence better. To live while we are here, not just survive. We are more than just our impulses. We are more than just our instincts. We are our own thoughts and actions, our beliefs and our morals and our values that we hold. Things that you come to determine with time, careful time, deliberate time. And the only way to do that is either to sit with the self or to socialize with others, but certainly not with the machine. You need to disassociate from the machine. I'd like to end this video by saying that you should not come out of this feeling any sense of good. This should not make you feel profound. This should not make you feel like you've learned something, because you haven't yet. You haven't. If you want to actually learn, you need to take what I just said and sit in silence after this video and digest and process what I just told you. Understand the logic of what I said. Understand the ethics that I am conveying to you, and see if you agree or disagree with them. You should not feel any manner of intelligence or superiority in any way, thinking, oh, I have learned something now. I am one of the few that has watched this. No. You should not feel any of those things. But you should, however, feel encouraged. Encouraged because although all of this is difficult, and although all of it may be boring, may be uncomfortable, it is still possible, and it is full of meaning, with careful and deliberate processing. Break the cycle. Reject the machine. Embrace your humanity.